Hey, this is Matt, and in this video we'll be doing a another deck matchup, Dark Magician against Lyrilusc. So Lyrilusc is an archetype that has definitely popped up a lot lately, ever since the release of Synchro Storm, like Legendary Duelist Synchro Storm or whatever. They got a lot more support, and Lyrilusc is seeing play not just as like a it's like a core independent deck, but also um, as a like an extender or like a side engine to like Tri Brigade, for example. Like Tri Brigade Lyrilusc is like a real thing for example. So yeah, and I've actually seen more pure Lyrilusc um, decks at my locals than I have seen of like Flanderies or Sword Soul, which is pretty nuts. It's like I didn't expect this deck to be so popular, but here it is. Okay, so yeah, best of three. There's only two games because I win both of them, but let's get into that and yeah, we'll see how to deal with them. So this is definitely a matchup where Goes and Match wouldn't do much because they're mostly wins, but they do use their a lot of Xyz summoning. So they do have try to go into their box monster a Utopic Future Dragon, right, or Utopic Draco Future, which is a light. So technically Goes and Match could help here, but I still wouldn't I still wouldn't recommend it because they can get by with just their wind monsters just fine and win with only the wind Xyz. So anyway, so I have a pretty good starting hand. I actually lose a die roll, so I go second. So I'm gonna summon a bunch of birbs, another birb deck. Yeah, so some of these like season monsters are obnoxious. They have these effects that are like, oh, when you take damage, your opponent takes it instead, or like or as well, and then like another effect that's like, oh, when you take you don't take damage. So like Lyrilusc can OTK you by having their monsters attack into your stronger monsters, and all the damage gets dealt to you. It's pretty crazy. So that's one of their win conditions. The other one is obviously Draco Future, Utopic Draco Future. So yeah, so he does go into his Utopic Draco Future, and he activates Lord of the Heavenly Prison, which is a Burst of Destiny card. Which, by the way, I highly recommend you pick up a playset of this because this is a really good side deck card in back row decks. However, it's got some other effects too that let you summon like set cards from your deck onto the field. Um, yeah, this is a really good side deck option, and I'll definitely think about that as a potential like for because it's a card that also protects your back row, like protects it from destruction, and when this card gets revealed in hand, right? What I didn't know about this card, which I'm going to learn in this game, and maybe you'll learn too, is that it protects all set cards, including monsters. So I was always thinking, oh, set cards, like you think back row, but no, this protects set monsters. So that means this monster here cannot be destroyed by card effects while this is revealed. So yeah, very interesting. Something I learned. Anyway, so he closes his opening board is Utopic Draco Future, which is let's see, cannot be destroyed by card battle or card effects, and it has a monster effect negate where it negates the opponent's effect and takes control of their monsters. So this is actually technically an out for Dragoon. So if Dragoon and this monster are on the field, this monster will win because it can crash into Dragoon. It won't die because it can't be destroyed by battle. Dragoon cannot pop it, and if Dragoon tries to negate or use its effect, this can detach a material and take control of Dragoon. So yeah, very good boss monster. Some Drytron decks actually play this as well. Alright, so let's see what I do. So my goal right now is to get this monster off the field as soon as possible. So the thing is, this monster only has a monster negate. There's no other negates associated with it. So I'm going to summon... Uh, so I have here, Rod Souls, which can go in Anaconda, but my main priority, like, I can't Anaconda while this is still has its effect. So I'm going to normal Rod, right? Use this effect to try to bait his effect. So he does indeed get baited, and he takes control of Rod. Alright, so at this point, I played Dark Magical Circle, and you can probably guess what's coming. I'm going to use Souls to summon Dark Magician and banish this monster. So it can't be destroyed by card effects, but can be banished by card effects. Alright, so goodbye, Draco Future. Attack my own rods to send it to the graveyard. I set Eternal Soul, And for shits and giggles, I'm gonna banish to draw a card. So hilariously, I draw Hornet Drones, so, which means I can actually still go into Dragoon. So like, let's say I didn't draw Hornet Drones, like I can't go into Dragoon because I don't have an extender. But I just drew my extender off Soul Servant, so kind of got lucky there. But yeah, so this is hilarious. I was planning to just like Link Spider, and then I have Eternal Soul to banish another card. But yeah, so I Link Spider, Hornet Drones, Kagari grabs Hornet Drones, Anaconda, Dragoon. So yeah, Hornet Drones is just amazing. Like I love the Sky Striker package. So I try to pop this card, and that's where I learned it doesn't get popped, and that's where I learned, oh, the Lord of the Heavenly Prison protects all set cards, not just back row. So yeah, very interesting. Did not know about that. So anyway, so I have 3 interruptions going to his turn. I have Soul Circle Banish, I have Dragoon Negate, and I have Solemn Strike. So I'm in a pretty good spot against what I know to be Lord of the Heavenly Prison, which won't really do much. It's just a 3K beater. Whatever he has set, and then 2 unknown cards. So let's see what happens. So he tries to Mystic Mine me, which I allow. I don't negate Mystic Mine. Instead, I go to end phase, just in case he has a second Mystic Mine, and then I banish Mystic Mine. So this is how I prefer to deal with Mystic Mine. So the thing is, like, Mystic Mine, like, he might have more than one. So I don't want to waste a Dragoon Negate, and like with 2 monsters on the field, like he can't realistically use that many monster effects anyway, right? Like if he tried to summon a Lord of the Heavenly Prison, I can just banish that or like Solemn Strike it, right? Because its special summon is in effect. So yeah, so I just waited to end phase because Mystic Mine means he just wants to stall, and then on end phase I use Circle Banish to get rid of it. And now I can go into my turn with Rod. In this case, this time I'm gonna banish the set monster because I can't pop it with Dragoon. Yeah, so he runs Forbidden Chalice, which is a card I've been seeing a lot more recently, to negate Rod, but it doesn't matter. I already have the back row I need. Like, it will just grab me a Soul Servant. So he tries to summon the King of Heavenly, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. I negate with Dragoon, sending, I send Hornet Drones that I had recycled previously. I should probably have sent Rod, but it doesn't matter. At this point, I knew I had the damage to kill him, so this is going to be the last turn anyway. Yeah, Dark Magician attacks for game. All right, easy peasy. So one going second. That was nice. And then for side deck, let's go into side deck. Whoops. So I definitely put in Dark Ruler No More because I knew he had his boss monster Draco Future. I took out Nadir Servant like I always do. I also put in Pankratops and 3 Nibiru's. And I took out Solemn. Oh wow. Oh sorry. These Ice Dragon Prison should be Gozen matches. So I take out Gozen match because I don't feel like it's that useful in this matchup. Yeah, pretend these are a Gozen match, and I take out Solemn Judgments. So I think this is what I went into the game with. Yeah. Dark Ruler for his Draco Future. Pankratops is just a generically good going second card. Nibiru because he summons a lot. So I just have the Nibiru before he goes into Draco Future. What else? I may have taken out the 3rd Solemn Judgment for a Cosmic Cyclone. So King of the Heavenly Prison or Lord of the Heavenly Prison protects against destruction but not banishing. So, and I saw that he did have like a set card or two. So yeah, I think I may have put in 2 Cyclones and taken out. I forget what I took out. Let's say I took out a Solemn Strike. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it's Skill Drain. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure this is what I put in. Or maybe I just kept 1 Cyclone. I don't know. But yeah, these are good cards against Lyrilusc. Like, just pick and choose. Okay, so let's get to game 2, where he does make me go second yet again. So, yeah, he has a very weak opening, and I do open Pankratops, but I also open double Ref. So, 2 cards in hand. Ooh, he has 2 Forbidden Chalice. Okay, I'm just gonna Ref, right? Pop, attack, very straightforward. Set Eternal Soul, Dogmatic Punishment. So he's gonna try to combo off I'm gonna let him because I have dogmatic punishment here. So he tries to chalice, and I think he wanted to chalice my dragoon, but then he probably didn't realize chalice targets and dragoon cannot be targeted. So he wastes that and just like negates his own thing. So at this point, he's able to full combo. All right, so he goes in the battle phase. So what happens here? So this card says this monster can attack. This card can attack her directly, right? So it's very clear here that he's trying to go into Zeus, right? He wants to attack me directly. Main phase 2 make Zeus, right? Because 2600 cannot kill Dragoon. So at this point, and the reason he's 2600 is because of this equip spell, which I don't know if it's really good in this deck, but yeah, you can imagine what I'm gonna do next, cause I'm gonna immediately dogmatic punishment, right? And he's not 20. I can't send Entis, but I don't need to. I just need to pop this monster, so he can't. Which I have the targets to do so. But this monster has an effect that says once per turn, detach a material to make this card unable to be destroyed by battle or card effects. So he's gonna try chaining the effect to basically make it immune to card effects. But as soon as he does, it drops below 2500, so I can now Entis, and then I can also Dragoon negate here, right? So yeah, he doesn't get his attack, which means he doesn't get Zeus. I don't get punishment, but that's okay. Like my whole point was to prevent him from getting Zeus, which I do. So he goes to main phase 2. He runs out of time. Like EDO Pro has a time limit. But honestly, like I don't see any way he could have actually won. Like he couldn't get to Zeus, right? And I highly doubt with just these two monsters that he would have been able to get to Draco Future. And even if he got to Draco Future, my Dragoon is 4000, right? So I can literally just kill it. So yeah, I don't see any, like, yeah, he ran out of time, but I honestly don't see any way he could have actually won. Like, end phase, I was going to bring back Dark Magician. Um, I had Pankratops, which would not have been relevant, like, if I had more monsters than him. But I had a 4K Dragoon, so yeah, I just don't see how he was going to win. Like, if he'd made one of the birds that, like, can protect itself against destruction effects, I could just negate it by discarding Red Eye Fusion on my turn. So yeah, I don't see how like this Chalice is not going to do anything. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this guy wasn't a very good Lyrilusc player. I don't know what the Lyrilusc core is supposed to be. I don't know if Chalice is core, or maybe he just can't afford Droplet. I don't know if like those equip spells are any good. But I mean he had the core. Like he had the core monsters at least, and he had the Utopic Draco Future. So nah, I don't know. Like, but yeah, yeah. So that matchup was one where Gozen match would not have been useful. But I did have Gozen match in that match because I recorded this before my Tri Brigade video, so it would not have done much. And I definitely cited it out for game 2. I'm pretty sure. All right, well, thank you all for watching. But yeah, yet another bird deck with wind attributes that I've been seeing a lot of in the recent format. And in fact, I would say there's a lot of them. Like Flaunderies, I haven't seen at locals, but I've seen online. Like, is birds with wind types. Lyrilusc is birds with wind types, and Speedroid is wind types with machines and dragons. So, yeah, a lot of wind-related decks in this format, as I've noticed. So, yep. All right. Thanks for watching, and take care.